Hello friends, I hope all of you are keeping well. So let's discuss about solar radiation today. Many questions come from this topic. Solar radiation, the energy comes from sun. Most of the energy which is received on the surface of the earth is coming from sun only. Or in a way you can say that sun is the major source of energy for the earth, right? And when it comes on the surface of the earth, it comes in the form of short wavelength. That is why most of its part is absorbed by the atmosphere. You all know atmosphere behaves like a blanket. Okay, some part of the energy is absorbed by the atmosphere, then and remaining part is reaching on the surface of the earth, and when it is going back, terrestrial radiation, that is in the form of long wavelengths. And so short wave, when it is coming towards the surface of the earth, it is in the form of short wavelength, and when it is terrestrial radiation which is going back from earth towards space, then it is long wavelength. Okay, so important term is insolation. Insolation is actually the short form of incoming solar radiation. We have made the term insolation, insolation, right? And the amount of energy, or you can say average amount of energy which is received on the surface of the earth is actually 1.94 calories per square centimeter per minute, right? This is the average amount of energy. And we have variations in the solar output on the outer part of the atmosphere, because you all know, when we all know earth revolves around the sun, but that orbit is not an exact circle. It is in a kind of elliptical, right? This is your sun and this is your earth's orbit. So sometimes earth is closer to the sun, sometimes it is farther from the sun, right? So that is why we are using two terms here. Aphelion, when earth is farthest from the sun, it happens on 4th July, and distance between earth and sun is 152 million kilometer, right? This much. This situation is known as aphelion, right? And on the other hand, we have another situation which is known as perihelion. It happens on 3rd January, when earth is closest to the sun, and distance between earth and sun is 147 million kilometer. So concludingly, we can say that annual insolation which is received on 3rd January is higher than the insolation which is received on 4th July, right? So we have discussed what is insolation, what is short wavelength, at the same time what is long wavelength, and incoming solar radiation, average amount of energy received on the surface of the earth, and why do we have variation in the solar output. Okay, what is aphelion, what is perihelion, right?